Okay, so this is something that I just learned today, and I felt the need to effectively do a half rant, half lesson, because this stuff is ridiculous. This is Polish notation, and it is mathematical nightmare fuel, okay? So if we take these two things here, this is meaningless. Like, you plug this into a mathematical calculation system, it's like, that's not a valid input. This equals 21, and this equals 21, okay? But this is completely meaningless. It makes no fucking sense. When you look at this, it just gives you anxiety if you even know math at all. So, all three of these are the exact same thing. They all are 21. The Polish notation is ridiculous because it is ways of notating legitimately just normal math problems without using parentheses, okay? It is ridiculousness. So, we're going to reference back up to this top line here when we read through these bottom two. So first off, there are three different ways of Polish notation. This right here is what's called post. This is pre. And there's another version which is in, which looks just like this, but it's typed without any parentheses. It looks identical to that, just no parentheses, so I didn't write it down. So with this nonsense, the way this is read, this is for computer programming. So it's read as 2, 3, and multiply. So this is multiply 2 and 3, which you'll see right here, multiply 2 and 3. Then you see 2, 1 minus, which is 2 minus 1. Then there's this division. What the hell does that mean? It means divide this nonsense by this nonsense right here. So that is this divide symbol right here, which means all of this side of things. 5, 4, 1, negative. So the negative means 4 minus 1. Despite the fact that there's a 5, it only relates to the two things directly to the left. So that is this 4 minus 1. This multiply means we multiply this and that 5. So this multiply icon right here is the remainder of this nonsense right there. Then this plus is legitimately just the right side of this plus this left side of stuff. So that plus is this freaking plus in the middle, but it's at the very end. So this clusterfuck comes out to 21, just like this clusterfuck. Okay, so this is what's called post, because the operators are at the end. In is they're in the middle where they're supposed to be, so it would just look like this, just typed without any parentheses at all. Pre is the reverse of post, where everything's in the frickin' front. So it's divide, so we're going to divide two things. What two things? We divide, multiply 2, 3. So multiply 2, 3. And then what's our second thing? Negative 2 and 1. Sorry, well, that's not even negative 2, that's minus 2, 1. 2 minus 1, right here. So this divide is saying this is one thing, this is thing 2, divide those two. So that is the first half of this equation right here. And then, so plus means we're going to add two things. What two things? We're going to so multiply 5, and then this nonsense to the right. So it's multiply 5 and that nonsense. What the hell is that nonsense? That is minus 4, 1. So minus 4, 1 right here. And then we have to reference back to our multiply here. So now this is one value, and then 5 is the second value. So we multiply this and the 5, which gives you this part right here of the nonsense. And then as we reference back here, that plus is still this plus right up here, which is just stupidity. Why? Why would they make this so complicated? And then for the sake of doing in, it makes perfect sense. This one you could plug into a calculator and it would still get you 21. So it's just 2 times 3 divided by 2, 1 plus 5. But this only works because stuff automatically knows to PEMDAS, even though PEMDAS isn't like physically being displayed necessarily in the normal method that we're used to. Because this still equals 21, just like everything else. But that is really freaking hard to read. Like, if you look at this, you're like, what the hell am I supposed to do with that? But if you have mathematical know-how, you're used to reading it like this, and this is just a lot more easy to read. But this and this are still, again, the exact same thing. Now, there is shenaniganery, because it's like, what the hell are we dividing? Are we dividing, is this a thing? Are we dividing, is it 2 times 3 over 2? Because this -1 can't be involved in that. So it reads freaking ridiculous. Like, you can accidentally read it as this part right here. You can accidentally read that as a term, but that's not a real term in this. So it's just a freaking nightmare. Why would you do this? And now I get the purpose behind this is to be used in computer stacks and stuff, so like, it'll load one thing at a time, blah, 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 blah. So, look, it does logically make sense once you understand it, and it does have a place and a purpose. But at the same time, just because you can make sense of it, and because there is a point where it is the most logical thing to use compared to normal, just because that exists, that does not make this not mathematical nightmare fuel. Okay? This is ridiculous. Like, I can ramble on about this forever. But yeah, just enough ranting about stupid math stuff. No one cares about math, I know. So, yeah, I'll see you guys next time.